What's going on, you guys? This is your boy Blakey the Kid, and we are back with another Faithful Gaming video. It's good to see you, all you faithful gamers out there that's been following me thus far. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscriptions. It really means a lot to me. I know I'm posting this kind of later than usual, you know, life, but you know, we still here. We still with another King Fighters 15 trailer reaction video, this time with Blue Mary. Now, those of you guys that are not familiar with Blue Mary, just think about it like this. If you guys are familiar with lore from Street Fighter V, Blue Mary is basically where they got the blueprint for lore. Like, just simple and plain as that. Just think of Laura without the ability to make her own electricity and stuff like that. That's Blue Mary at the end of the day. So, I mean, she's kind of like a grappler slash, I don't want to say brawler, but you know, she's a fighter slash grappler. So like, most of her moves have follow-ups where she grabs, and then she does have a couple of grappling moves and stuff like that. And so which kind of makes her like a double threat, kind of like how Laura was, because she had I believe Laura only had one command grab, and then her critical art was a command grab as well. But at the same time, Blue Mary has more than one ways to grab you in this game, if you will, which kind of makes her a double threat. So yeah, I mean, that's basically Blue Mary in a nutshell. Let's see what they actually did with her in this rendition of the game. All right, what do we got? Okay, King of Fighters 2002 BGM. That's kind of like a hint of them saying that she's gonna be on Yamazaki's team. Watch what I tell you. Okay, pretty much same normals, same command grabs. Yeah, she's basically a King of Fighters 14 rip. Okay. Douche. All right. See, that's a grapple. Another grapple. See what I'm saying? Okay. All right, Neo Max. And it's the same Neo Max. Okay. Oh, you actually showed the whole thing. SNK, you actually showed the whole thing. Okay.
Are you ready?
All right, respect. I respect that decision. Yeah, Doc, like, finally, like, you showed us, like, the whole Neo Max for these characters, Doc, instead of trying to make it seem like it's a guess or something like that, man. Like, we know it's the same Neo Max. Just show us the Neo Max, Doc. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with this little trailer breakdown. So like, basically she's the same. Like I said, she looks like a rip from her King of Fighters 14 rendition. Like, it's like they just cut and paste her in this game. It was like done character, which, I mean, at the end of the day, she wasn't bad in King of Fighters 14. So I mean, it's whatever. But it does seem like they gave a couple of moves like different properties or something like that. Or at least one of her moves, juggle ability, which she didn't have in King of Fighters 14. But let's see, man. So those are normals. That was a command normal, that little up kick. Let me see. That right there, that's a command normal. That's I believe it's down forward and light kick, and it launches them in the air like that. You can kind of like follow it up with a normal. These are normal command grabs. So that move right there, let me see. Slow it down, man. So that move right there, like I know the normal version of that move, basically think of it like Birdie in Street Fighter V when he leaps at you with his chain and then he slams you on the ground a couple of times and then tosses you. That's basically what that move is. Now, she did the EX version. Now, from what I saw, it kind of looked like she did it in the air. Now normally it's not a move that she does in the air. Like, well, in King of Fighters 14 it wasn't a move that she did in the air, but I know in King of Fighters 98 it was a move that she did in the air. So I don't know if she's just gonna leap for him, or maybe she has both, where she does leap in the air, and you can also do it in the air normally. Maybe it's a desperation move. Mary's Typhoon. I believe that's Mary's Mirage or something like that. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's the leap. Okay, so that's the leap, and then it goes into the arm break. So that's the leap I was talking about. It's a grapple move. You just gotta jump out the way. I don't think you can crouch under it either as well. So I mean, yeah, the move, like I said, Mary's really good. Like, she basically makes you guess. She's one of those characters, if she gets you with an Oki, then it's guess time. Like, you have to guess. Alright. Another command normal forward and light punch, which is an overhead. EX vertical arrow. Now there we go. That's the grab. That's a grab. So it's a bridge sway basically. So she dodges like we just saw. She dodged, and then you follow it up. And then you grab them. Now what makes that move really good is it goes through literally everything. Like, it goes through fireballs, it goes through normals, it goes through special moves. It doesn't matter what it is, it will definitely beat it unless it's a grab. That is the only thing that beats that bridge sway. So she's like completely invulnerable while she's in bridge sway. Now I don't know if they're gonna keep it like that in this game, but normally that's how it's always been. It doesn't matter how you try to hit her, it's always invulnerable. And then she can follow it up with a grab. Now the simple fact that she can only follow that up with the grab is indeed a blessing, because if she could like follow it up with a normal or something like that, or maybe like another special move, and then S cancel it into like a desperation move, or super move, or super art, or whatever you want to call it, and stuff like that, that would make it even more deadly. But praise God, you can't. So normally that combo wasn't, you couldn't do a combo like that in King of Fighters 14. Once you knocked them in the air like that, you had to follow it up with a special move, and then that was it basically. So you see here, she did her little crack shot move, that little lead kick, and then into a regular vertical arrow, and then the follow up after the vertical arrow, which is a grapple. Like most of the moves, they have follow-ups. Either with the follow-up, she'll either grab you and do something like this, break your neck or your arm or your leg or something, or she'll just do an additional hit or something. So yeah, that's something to look out for with Blue Mary. Another command normal into straight arrow. Now that the thing about that taser, it stuns them. So the EX version of that move, she does the little straight arrow and then tases you, and then you can follow it up with with basically whatever you want. You can't really like follow it up with a, like another combo, because if you like just do like a regular normal attack, then it'll basically make them it'll knock them out basically. So you will want to follow it up with like a normal move, and then into like a super move, if you will. And then we get the Neo Max, Mary's Dynamite Swing. No need to keep this in slow mo. There we go. Yeah, and so that's Blue Mary in a nutshell, you guys. Yeah, so my thoughts, I mean, Blue Mary has always been like one of those staple characters in King of Fighters. I mean, she's been a staple character since King of Fighters 97. The only game where she wasn't in was King of Fighters 12 and 13. Other than that, she's always been in the King of Fighters game from King of Fighters 97 and up. She was never like a bad character. She was always good, probably like mid tier. She's always like B to A tier in most games. And she's only like really, I would say she was S tier in King of Fighters 11. But then again, to be completely honest, it really wasn't hard. Like pretty much everybody in that game, except for a handful of people, was top tier in King of Fighters 11, just to be honest. But just be fair about it. But yeah, Doc, like, so that's Blue Mary in a nutshell. Now, normally she's always coupled with Yamazaki. She's always on Yamazaki's team. The only time that she wasn't on Yamazaki's team was on King of Fighters 2003. Well, nah, it was more than one King of Fighters game that she wasn't on Yamazaki's team. But I want to say basically any game besides King of Fighters 2003 that Yamazaki was actually in, she was on Yamazaki's team. Those of you guys don't really know much about Blue Mary. Blue Mary is basically like a secret agent, and so she was basically following Yamazaki to just basically keep tabs on him and stuff like that. Yamazaki is like a not really a drug lord, but like a weapons dealer and stuff like that. He's like in the Yakuza and stuff like that. So, of course, everybody wants to basically put him in jail and stuff like that. And so that's basically Blue Mary's job, to go on the cover and keep tabs on him, basically. And so she's normally on Yamazaki's team. Now, they played King of Fighters 2002 Ultimate Unlimited match theme, which basically is kind of like a hint, in my opinion, for them saying that, yes, she's going to be on Yamazaki's team. Now, I believe she will be on Yamazaki's team in this rendition, because it seems like all of the DLC characters that were in King of Fighters 14 will be in King of Fighters 15. And if so, and if they actually formulate an actual team, then I believe that they will indeed put Blue Mary with Yamazaki. And or they could switch things up and put Blue Mary and Whip on the same team, because what's it called? Whip would normally be on either K's team, or Whip would normally be on the Ikari Warriors team. And so Whip was a DLC character in King of Fighters 14, so they could put them on teams. Who knows? Now, if they do put Blue Mary and Yamazaki on the same team, normally Billy Kane is normally the third member of that team, and I believe they will put Billy Kane on the same team with Blue Mary and Yamazaki if Geese is not a playable character in King of Fighters 15. Which, to be honest with you guys, I would not care if they did not put Geese Howard in King of Fighters 15. Like, honestly, I wouldn't. I did not like how they made Geese Howard in King of Fighters 14. Like, I believe they could have did better. Like, they didn't give him all of his moves. He didn't have his daily rave. He didn't have his Rashomon. He didn't even have his Jankin and stuff like that. Like, dude, just give him all of his moves, man. And then, like, what pissed me off a little bit more about that was they put Geese in Tekken 7 and actually gave him all of his moves in Tekken 7. And it was like, why give him all of his moves in that game and not give him all of his moves in the game in which, y'all know, right? I know, right, L'Oreal? Yes. That's my baby in the background making noise. But yeah, man, like, why would you put all of his moves in Tekken 7 and not in King of Fighters 14, which is a game that he's known to be in? But that's besides the point. But yeah, this is basically my breakdown of Blue Mary. If you guys enjoyed this video, please continue to like, please continue to subscribe to the channel for more content. It really helps me out. This is your boy Blakey the Kid, reminds you to stay faithful.